Hello, Leo. Welcome to your monthly reading for November 2025. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Leo, welcome to your pleasure era. No, I'm serious. This is going to be a dynamic month for you. If you are new to my channel, by the way, I'm going to do your astrological overview, then I'm going to do your full spread. And then we're going to break it down week by week, and we're going to pull more cards. We're going to talk about some aspects, and then the second spread. Now, Leo, yeah, you've got a month. You've got a month. And if you saw my November astrology overview live stream, which I will leave at the end of this video for you, you're welcome. No, seriously, if you did see it, you know that I did say November is a little bananas. You see that's all transits, it's all retrogrades. Yeah. There's more in the back too. So what does this mean? Everything that you've been experiencing since October is spilling over into November. And remember, this is all about your transformation. You're going through really big transformation, especially when it comes to home, family, the foundations of your life. Your fourth house is really riz, as the kids say. Now, your transformation actually began over the summer. Yeah. With your birthday season, with the prison portal. If you don't know what that is, it's a rare grand trine that we've been experiencing here on Earth. The first time that mankind has experienced an alignment like this. I'll leave that video at the end of this video if you want to learn more about what's going to happen for you, Leo, for the next 2 years and beyond. And don't forget, Jupiter's moving to your sign list next year. Anyway, so you're going through some transformation, really deep transformation. Started over the summer, then you went through September's eclipses. You learned a lot, especially around money. And then you had October with all those intense, deep, passionate energy, right? That Scorpio energy this month. That energy, your transformation is just going to be deeper. It's going to be more intense. It's going to be more passionate. And there's going to be a little bit of a slow burn, and it's going to be good for you. And that's because of the retrogrades. And yes, there's 5 of them. And those are only planets. We'll talk about more in your weekly forecast. But like I said, they're really good for you. Yeah. Like Godiva chocolate. November is a little bit complex though. So what I'm going to do is for this forecast, we are going to focus on the retrogrades and the major lunations and the transits, because I want you to see them as chapters of your life story. And that's what they're going to feel like. These transits and the retrogrades, they're not quiet. Okay. But you have a bonkers month. It is going to be a complicated month, so I'm going to do my best here. There's nearly 40 aspects, FYI, and those, again, are just planets. So we'll break them down week by week, okay, in your weekly forecast. But a lot of the planets, the outer planets, they're going to be back where they were at the beginning of the year. So it's going to feel this slow burn is going to feel a little familiar, and it is going to feel like a little bit of deja vu. And out of sheer coincidence, a lot of the aspects are repeats of aspects that did also happen in the beginning of the year. So it is going to feel like a little bit of deja vu. You see what I did there? Leo, come on. You're funny. You're funny. So you're coming out of that wild vortex, right? From the past few months. And now, November, it's all about this internal change. Hence the retrogrades. You're going to be refining a lot of things. You're going to be reflecting, and a lot of those aspects, energies from October, like I said, are going to be spilling over, just like Jupiter trine Saturn. Yeah, I gave you one aspect. I gave you one. And remember, this is from October, but it perfects in November. So you're really going to feel it strongly. This is all about your growth and stability with your long-term goals and gains. And you have got some really big things happening. So let's get started, because it's a big month and it's also 2025. Did you see your annual forecast, Leo? Yeah. It's 2025. 2025 has just been off the charts. So just like every other month in 2025, you can expect the occasional urgent decisions, dramatic pivots, unexpected new circumstances, and your radical revolution. Now, Tuesday, November 4th. Oh, by the way, happy daylight savings on November 2nd. Tuesday, November 4th, you got Mars moving into Sagittarius. So this is what changes everything for you. Leo, and this is why I'm a little giddy. I look at what's going on for you this entire month, like what is happening with Leos. So Mars, action, drive, your passions, your determination, ambitions, leaving its intense domicile of Scorpio into the blazing fiery Sagittarius, your BFF, fellow fire sign. You're going to appreciate this. You're going to love this. And if you are here for career and fame, you're Leos. Of course, the Leos have the spotlight, right? You're going to love this. Actually, that's Taurus. Sorry, I'm looking. It's like 2 a.m. right now. I'm trying to get and again, yeah. Well, I don't know why we're always burning the midnight oil together in my pajamas, etc. Anyway, Leo, here's the thing. Even better, I'm going to one-up here. I'm going to one-up you here. Mars is moving into Sagittarius that rules your 5th house. Your 5th house. What is that? It's your house. You rule that house, okay? A 5th house is joy, it's pleasure, it's romance, it's true love, it's creativity, it's creative expression, it's creative projects, it's procreation, it's sex, it's family, it's children, it's soulmate energy. You are going to love this. Mars is here. Mars has not been here in 2 years, and Mars will be here for 2 months. So buckle up. You're about to have a lot of fun. More fun than any other sign with Mars here. So it's really exciting. Mars is like very happy-go-lucky in Sagittarius, very spirited. It just in general, you're going to be seeking a lot of adventure. Yeah. You're probably going to be learning a lot of things, maybe even like teaching, maybe just everything that you do this month is going to be to broaden your horizons. And it will definitely have to do with relationships and love and romance and everything that I mentioned earlier. But I love that it happens at the beginning of the month. It really sets your determination for the month. And it does seem like you do have a lot of overlap with home and family and significant other, love, and everything else that I mentioned. A lot of y'all are having babies, okay? Congratulations. Now, the other thing is that you're going to be seeking more. That it just feels with this Sagittarius energy. We're going to come back to this. There's something else here, but Wednesday, November 5th, that's when you have the full moon in Taurus. So clearly, as a fixed sign, you are going to feel this, okay? You and all the other fixed signs. And this full moon is extremely potent, not only because the moon happens to be exalted in Taurus, but this full moon's bookended by one of the most challenging aspects, which would be the Mars-Uranus opposition, okay? However, it's also bookended by one of the best aspects of the month. So it's a very mixed full moon, but it is really, 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 really strong. With Uranus in the mix here, you're going to feel a little bit of a rumble, okay? Possibly has to do with a friendship or a group you belong to. Maybe something with, just maybe even like your soccer club, whatever it is, right? Because, you have Mars and Sagittarius in your 5th, which does rule recreation and hobbies, but Uranus brings that unpredictability, and there can be somewhat of a wake-up call, especially with your future hopes and dreams as well. That's your 11th house. So expect a little bit of restlessness to your stability. Taurus energy is all about being stable. It's an earth sign. Taurus rules finances, your values, your material foundation. So there might be something here. I just would not lend money to a friend. Okay. The other thing is Taurus rules your 10th house. That's what I was getting at. So you're going to have some changes with career. Big ones. All right. Now, and remember, we're going to talk more about these in your weekly forecast. Just expect some surprises. All right. This is a full moon in Taurus. You first I want you to think about what happened around April 27th, the corresponding new moon. There could have been something new that happened with career around that time. 10th house is also fame. That's remember, you got the spotlight two ways now. Mars and Sagittarius in your fifth house, where there's this huge spotlight. It's your home. And then you've got the full moon, which illuminates in Taurus in your 10th house of fame. And if you're not here for career or fame, it's just your reputation. It's very public facing. It's honors, achievements as well. So there is something being wrapped up, but the moon also illuminating. You see what's happening? Uranus moving back into Taurus. Yeah. So we'll talk about this. This full moon does feel something like a portal, but there will be change. All right. Now, and a lot of it's going to be you. A lot of it's going to be you, things illuminated, and then you learn, you're like, yeah, I do want to change this. And remember, the other thing is, and I've pointed this out before, if you're watching your sun sign, if you're a Leo sun sign, you're born in Leo season, a lot of the aspects they're not about you, right? They're more about people in your life, circumstances in your life. So it could even be like, the surprising thing is like your boss quits, on the spot. You're next in line. There you go. There's your upgrade, your surprising moment. Now, the great aspect that is happening at that same time would be Mars excelling Pluto. So, wow. So you got Mars in your fifth house of true love, romance, pleasure. And then you also have Pluto in Aquarius in your seventh house of partnerships, love, marriage, relationships. What can I say? There's a lot happening here. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast, but yeah, you're good. You're good. Just know there's going to be some changes. A lot of emphasis around career and money and income. Now, the other thing is that Venus is moving into Scorpio. So you see how you're gonna feel a lot of this. Like, did you hear me just name off all these other fixed signs? So you're gonna feel the first week strongly, Leo. Venus moving into Scorpio. Venus is leaving its Libra domicile castle in the clouds for the intensely emotional depths of Scorpio. Pretty much all month. So you've got Mercury, the Sun, and now Venus, a stellium, 3 or more planets in Scorpio. Okay. And there are more inner planets, mind you. So you're really going to feel this. It's in your fourth house. Scorpio rules your fourth house, home, family, your foundations, ancestry, roots. Remember, Scorpio is going deep. You maybe do, and remember detective work that we're talking about, that investigative work. Anyway, it's driving this intense transformation that you're seeking. A lot of you are going to be moving in with someone. There's energy around like parents, grandparents, children, your significant other, maybe even realtors. You're buying places, you're selling places. There's a lot happening during Scorpio season. And even when we move into Sagittarius season, we still have a stellium in Scorpio. So you have this Scorpio energy all month overlapping with your fifth house that has to do with home stuff as well. As I mentioned, family, children, etc. Now, the other thing is it's Venus in Scorpio. All right. So kind of a big deal. Venus in Scorpio has a little, it's like Sandy, okay, at the end of Greece. Yeah. Tell me about it, stud. Very different from Sandra D. Venus in Scorpio is wearing knee-high boots. And Venus is love and relationships. You've got Mars, her lover, in your fifth house of love. You got Pluto, Scorpio's ruler, in Aquarius in your seventh house of love and marriage and partnership. So do you see what's happening for you this month? You're going to have a lot of fun. All right? A lot of fun around home and family, but there may be a little bit of that Scorpio energy. Remember, it still has a little bit of a sting if you kind of fall into those lower expressions of it. The Venus in Scorpio can have that sandy side come out. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. A little bit of that, even like a villain side. But like Tom from Tom and Jerry villain. All right. So nothing like crazy. You're going to be fine. There is definitely going to be some commitments, truths coming to the surface, there's going to be a lot happening for you. It's going to be an eventful month for you, Leo. And that's why I'm really excited at 4 a.m. Anyway, the other thing is right off the bat, Venus in Scorpio will square Pluto in Aquarius, by the way. So fixed signs, you're going to be impacted greatly by that as well. They're just making it, power struggles with your significant other or like your mom or something, right? There's family stuff. All right. Now, the other thing is that Uranus is moving back into Taurus, another fixed sign. This is a big deal. We will talk about it a little bit more in length in your weekly forecast. The same way that Saturn and Neptune moved back into Pisces last month, just like that. Okay. So Uranus, the planet of breakthroughs and awakenings and innovation, surprises, the unexpected, the rebel, right? Uranus is moving back into Taurus, where it has been since May 2018 and will be here until April 2026. So it's not like it's going to be here for some time, right? We're talking 6 months, which is half a year. So just like Neptune, with its last days in Pisces, this is the same thing with Uranus. This is the last time we're going to experience Uranus and Taurus in our lifetime, unless you live over 84 years, right? That's an 84-year cycle that we're talking about here. It's interesting. Uranus and Taurus, again, in your 10th house. So for Leos, y'all had a lot of moments in career, in fame, Chris Hemsworth fame, fellow Leo, right? You had some moments, a lot of big breakthroughs since 2018 when it comes to career, but also unexpected surprises when it came to career. Here's the thing. Uranus doesn't do well in Taurus. And so, again, affects you greatly because you're a fixed sign. Yeah. Whatever Uranus has, let's say challenging aspects, but again, a lot of breakthroughs here. And Uranus and Taurus, you're just going to have surprises and the unexpected and breakthroughs and a lot of just reinventing yourself in career and the way that you want to be perceived. It's public recognition, it's honors, and it's achievements. Uranus essentially is freedom. So whatever's happening here, you want to free yourself from something that you don't feel is right. Yeah. Uranus is all about being your authentic self. You would know all about that, Leo. You're all about authenticity. So Uranus, remember, trined Pluto for many months. So there was something here where you were having a lot of big breakthroughs in partnerships, relationships, and again, a lot of things that have to do with home. So there can be some sudden changes with Uranus and Taurus. So again, a lot of y'all may have a big shift in love and home and a little bit more like less focus on career. Not that I'm saying you're just gonna stop working. I'm just saying there feels like there's going to be a big shift here. Don't forget, you do have Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node in your 8th house. You are going through some really deep transformation for this brand new Leo that you're going to see emerge out of November. And again, you know that the node's moving into your side next year too. You're going through some big change. So it's kind of like prepping you up for 2026. Now, the other thing is Sunday, November 9th, Mercury's going to retrograde. We all know this. Yeah, Mercury goes retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. Just be mindful, especially travel. All right, that's the only thing. Sagittarius does rule travel, so does Mercury. So be mindful of travel. It is Thanksgiving, right? At the end of the month. A lot of you are going to be traveling. Let me see here. Y'all are going to be traveling. Not as much as like the other signs, but just still be mindful. The other thing is Mercury's going retrograde at Sagittarius, which is, sure, Mercury retrograde, miscommunication, be mindful of that, especially with lovers and family, children, etc. But the bigger thing here is that Mercury doesn't do well in Sagittarius. Such a strange place for Mercury because Mercury is Gemini's ruler, right? Gemini's a mind. And Gemini is the opposite sign of Sagittarius, so Mercury's really far away from home. Here's the thing. Gemini being the mind, Sagittarius is more about your beliefs, self-belief, your belief system. So when you've got Mars in Sagittarius, first of all, this is very interesting. Um, because now you got Mercury here, right? So, two things. A lot of former lovers are going to be coming back into your life, sliding into your DMs, things like that. Or you may be thinking of them. Remember, Mercury's in mind. Now, the other thing is that there's something here where the things that you're doing, when it comes to things that bring you pleasure, there's a sense of nostalgia here. So you could go back to doing, I don't know, maybe you were in band and loved playing the trumpet. That might bring you a lot of joy and pleasure around this time. Okay. So remember, we're in retrograde season. A lot of things have to do with the past. Now you have Mercury retrograde, where people from the past, circumstances from the past, start coming back around. But again, there is something here that is meant to expand your horizons and make you become wiser. It's all about seeing the big picture. Okay. That's that Sagittarius energy. All right. Big pick energy. Yeah. And again, a lot of you are going to be, if you are traveling to places that you loved in the past, a lot of y'all are definitely going to find some comfort in, it's almost like you might even write books on love and soulmates, do a podcast on that, maybe even family and children, or, hobbies, collecting stuff, stickers. Do I have any here? Yeah. Anyway, here's the thing. You know how Mercury retrograde works. If you're going to travel, book your hotels now. And just remember, there can be some miscommunication. Anyway, Tuesday, November 11th. Wow. You have Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. This one's interesting. All right. I'll give you that. This one's interesting for you. Jupiter's going to be retrograde until March 2026. For you, to be honest, it just feels like it doesn't make a difference, right? Because it's in your 12th. 12th house is spirituality. The only thing that would make that difference here is that you have Mars and Mercury in Sagittarius in your 5th, right? Expanding your horizon, seeing the big picture. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So you kind of have that overlap here. And that is the 12th, which is rest and retreat. It's spirituality. It is, a sense of belief as well. But it's more intuition. It's more nebulous things. It's everything beyond the physical plane. So there is something here where it is heightened intuition because you are going within with the Jupiter retrograde. So it's almost like you are going to be this spiritual warrior that you're meant to be. A lot of emphasis on home and family still, all right? A lot of self-nurturing energy. Everything with Jupiter retrograde for you is personal development, but also just really amplified intuition, really embracing your intuitive skills even. And you're still going to receive like all the blessings and good fortune and luck that Jupiter's known to bring, but at this point, you've got Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Mercury, and Jupiter now retrograde from this point forward. So, really good time to harness this retrograde energy. Going within, introspection, reflection, jump in a pile of leaves, right? Do your thing, right? Downward dog, connect with your chi, your prana, your chakras, everything. This is your time, all right? And you want to really take advantage of these retrogrades. They're here for you. Now, again, a lot of just healing that's going to be happening for you, all right? So it is really nice. Now, the other thing that's happening is Sunday, November 16th. Yeah, there we go. You got the sun trine Jupiter. So I like this. It's one of the it's actually, to be honest, it's one of the luckiest, best days of 2025. It is definitely the luckiest day of November. This, I would like for you to circle it right now in your Asana. Put it in your Notion board, whatever. Listen, this is a big day because you got the sun in Scorpio trining Jupiter in Cancer, and this is radiant. This, again, something is about to happen at home and family. And there's this sense of recognition. And there's this also, it's this sweetness, this harmony. A lot of y'all are a lot of y'all are moving or welcoming someone into the family. Or there's something happening with family. But anyway, the reason why it's so special Wow. Look, Monday, the 17th, the day after. And look at, yeah, so circle the entire week, right? Whoa. The weekend up until like November 20th, 21st. This is bonkers. Now, you also have the sun trine Saturn. And remember, Jupiter trine Saturn. So what does that mean? It means you have another grand water trine, but this is 25 degrees perfected. The planets are at 25. This is special. It's really special. And there's something here where there truly is something like long lasting waiting for you that's being built for you right now. Okay. Saturn being in Pisces in your 8th house. Remember, that's all about your investments and yes, money, but also investing in relationships, investing in your future, investing in like your legacy. But 8th house is also inheritance, investments, things that have to do with home and family, like, and inheriting your parents' business, things like that. Also, it's royalties, it's joint bank accounts. There's money stuff. All right. Now, the moon will be in Scorpio this day, which does add a little bit of intensity. Remember, Venus is here. You've got the sun here. There's just so much Scorpio energy still. So there's a lot that's going to happen around the home space. It really is a party in the sky at this point. You have that grand water trine. You have with the moon in Scorpio, you saw that stellium. With the sun and Venus, you have Mercury in Sagittarius, by the way, that's going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius, which is really nice because remember you had Mars sextile Pluto, so there's this continuation of something happening with true love and partnerships and marriage and love and contracts and agreements. It is a party in the sky. It's very boogie nights. You're gonna love this. There's something being solidified now. Tuesday, November 18th, you have Mercury moving all the way out of Sagittarius, retrograding all the way back to Scorpio. So what does this mean? Mercury was pretty much in Scorpio all of October. Okay, your 4th house of home and family. And so there are themes from October. Unfinished business you're returning to. All right, a lot of conversations and thinking about things, but this day is just really lit is because we now have 4 planets in Scorpio. Mercury just moved back into Scorpio, and the moon will conjunct Venus. So there is something here with like affection, and it's just really, really sweet and intense. And then you will have Mercury conjunct the sun. So again, a lot of light being shown on home and family. Secrets too. Remember that Scorpio energy. So secrets coming to the surface, truth telling, being honest with yourself, maybe revelations, maybe you're making some sort of announcement. Feels good to get it off your chest, that kind of energy as well. The other thing is that people are still coming back into your past or coming back from your past. There's so much happening. It's hard to keep up with you, Leo. But when we get, and so you see this build up, everything that's happening, the grand water trines and Scorpio selling man, then we get to November 19th, November 20th, where you have a new moon in Scorpio. So 28 degrees. This is late. So it depends on where you live. It's 2 a.m. Yeah, this new moon. And this new moon, just like the full moon, is not going to be quiet. It is big. It comes with a disclaimer. And it's because, well, Mercury, first of all, is not only going to conjunct the new moon, but Mercury and the new moon will be opposite Uranus. Now, remember, Uranus is back in Taurus now. So with this, there is something happening here with home for sure. A lot of y'all are moving. A lot of y'all are, like I said, welcoming someone into your family. There's something new, right? It's a new moon, new beginning here. But with the opposition to Uranus, something with career there's something unexpected that may come up around this time. And if not career, again, maybe your reputation, remember secrets coming to the surface, things like that. So just bear that in mind. There's a lot happening around this new moon that we'll talk about in your weekly forecast, but it is very emotionally charged. like all gas, no brakes. And again, you have that grand water trine, right? Meaning this new moon becomes part of that grand water trine. Mercury will perfect to, Mercury will trine Neptune, which I really like for you. So just breakthrough energy. There is breakthrough energy all around. But the thing that I really wanted to highlight for you, I think that you're going to appreciate this, is that Venus in Scorpio in her knee-high boots, leather, she's going to have this nodal axis with the nodes of fate, right? So at 15 degrees. So what does this even mean? Venus is going to trine the north node in Pisces and sextile the south node in Virgo. Wow. That's amazing. Remember, Virgo, Pisces, second, eighth, money, 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 money. Venus is a planet of money. There's something fated for you with money around this time. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast, but it's happening at the same time as a new moon. So again, a lot of stuff happening in November. November 20th, we do have that Mercury Cazimi, but I really want to point out that Uranus in Taurus will sextile Neptune in Pisces. This is not only a major highlight of the month, it's not only a major highlight of the year, it's a major highlight of the decade. You see it gets its own box in the hot pink here. It's at 29 degrees, critical degree. It's strong. There's something really big happening in your life in a humongous way. Out of all the signs, Leo, I cannot. All right. So you felt this aspect strongly in August, okay? But it was in different signs back then, right? Uranus and Gemini, Neptune and Aries. But here's the thing. This is down. So remember, this aspect, Uranus sextile Neptune, is part of the Prism portal. And remember, that's years long. There is going to be peaks when you feel it really strongly. This is the biggest peak, okay, of 2025. And so you feel it a lot more strongly than August. Like the magnitude is just off the charts. And they're outer planets, so it's actually generational. When was the last time we had something of this magnitude? It was the late 1960s. So what is this aspect? It is your personal revolution. It's visionary, it's poetic, it's artsy, it's all think of that big cultural movement, right? Late 1960s rebellion, okay? This is your rebellious side. It's Uranus. Uranus is the rebel, and remember, freedom, your breakthrough. And you've got Uranus and Taurus in your 10th house of career and fame. There's something building up in a really big way with the fact that you have Neptune and Pisces with the North Node, just out of sheer coincidence, right? In your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation and building wealth and building, relationships, deepening relationships. So you're moving on up. This is all about your legacy, Leo. All right. Now, the other thing that's happening, and expect some major epiphanies. It's happening right at the new moon and the Mercury Cazimi. Oh, yeah. Now, Friday the 21st, we officially move into Sagittarius season. So, again, things that are happening for the next 4 weeks from this point, a lot of emphasis on love, romance, things that bring you pleasure, family, children, a lot of y'all having babies. Congratulations. Now, the other thing is that there is a sense of, like, again, belief, self-belief. It's almost like there is a sense of freedom here. There's something freeing you. Now, there's a couple other aspects here. We're going to talk about your weekly forecast. Just notice there's about 3 more grand water trines. Like you're gonna have change. You're gonna have change, especially with home, family, and money. Okay, investments. Now, Thursday, November 27th, you have gobble gobble, right? Happy Thanksgiving. You got Saturn going direct. We'll talk about that when we get to your weekly forecast, but that's huge. Saturn's been retrograde since July, and first of all, this is a very heartfelt Thanksgiving, all right, with all these grand water trides. Very different energy from last year, FYI, but you've got Saturn going direct. So remember what I said earlier. He's been here with Neptune since March 2023 in your eighth house. That could have been really hard. So, what were your biggest life lessons since March 2023 when it came to building relationships, building wealth, saving up, investments, loans, commissions, royalties, taxes, everything that's shared assets, resources, joint bank accounts, and your transformation? Saturn is coming, he's direct now. So he's got his clipboard. It's more of like a year-end review, all right? Or 2-year-end review before he officially moves into Aries. That's going to be very interesting for you, but I think that you're going to like it, that he's moving into your ninth house. Anyway, that's not until February. But the 29th, you see Mercury officially goes direct. And yeah, Venus moves into Sagittarius. Are you excited? Leo, when you get to December, when you got 3 planets in Sagittarius, the Sun, Mars, and Venus in your 5th house of true love and romance, Mars and Venus together in the same sign. Yeah, come on. A 5th house is very it's like entrepreneurial too. If you are here for career, you're probably launching something. What's happening with your 3rd? Oh, a lot of you already did. Okay, great. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Leo, for November 2025. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Leo, you listen, also, I would like for you to mark down November 26th in your books. You got Venus and that grand water trine with Jupiter and Saturn as well. There's something here with love and money for the long term, but you do have the moon in Aquarius. It's going to sextile Mars in Sagittarius, so that's your 7th house of partnerships and commitments, and your 5th house of love and romance. Although you're getting married, congratulations. I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview, Leo. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, you know I love y'all. Leo, come on. Y'all crack me up. Stop it. Let's get started. Let's do this before can I have a piece of chocolate? I need a little bit of sugar. Okay. Leo, wow. Okay. I can't go I've been sitting down all day. You're good. You just gotta. We'll talk, okay? Yeah, the 6 of Pentacles. So, it's amazing. The 6 of Pentacles is harmony. And especially with other people, but there's a sense of giving. There's a sense of taking inspired action to see the good in the world. You see him supporting others, right? It's nice. Taurus. So, that said, sorry. It is really late. I do have this big construction lamp. So, I just think that you're opening up this month with all this kindness, and I feel like there is a sense of you rising up in a way that you want to support others. You want visibility with it too. I think there's something that you're trying to prove to yourself as well. Because remember, you've got Mars moving into Sagittarius. You have this full moon in Taurus. That is your 10th house. Like I said, it is very public facing. I'm not saying it in like a weird way. I'm saying it is in like there's something that you've got to like show for yourself as part of your retrograde process. Now, the Six of Pentacles, he is a young Hierophant, okay? So there is something here that, again, it's like when I say prove to yourself, it's like, remember how I said about something like making you feel wiser. It's the things that you do. You want to feel wiser as you move into November. You feel this calling, you feel compelled, right? And so it really is something that feels really, really, really good, okay? Just remember to take that inspired action. That's what brings all that generosity. Now, you do have that Five of Swords and the heart of your spread. Five of Swords is it's an Aquarius card. Remember, Aquarius rules your partnerships, relationships. Okay? Contracts too. Marriage. There may be something here where you've got to see eye to eye. There are a lot of oppositions. There's a lot of squares. You even saw a lot of things that are going to have an impact on the fixed signs at the beginning of the month. And so two fixed signs right here. You have the Chariot in your challenge area. So there's a little bit like I honestly be very mindful if you are taking travel, road trips, choose your travel partner wisely as well. Okay. That is a retrograde. It is a retrograde thing, Mercury retrograde thing, but there's something really there's just something really nice here. It's just that and that because look at your spread. You have that Five of Swords, and so there could be a little bit of the fact that you got Mars, the God Warrior, in your fifth house, which the lyric expression of that would be ego and pride, right? You've got to compromise. You've got to see eye to eye. But it does feel like whatever you overcome here, you really overcome. Okay? So, all that internal work, right? With the retrogrades, we're going to work on that because you start off really strong, but then it just feels like someone may have said something to you and it was just, at the water cooler, they were like, "Oh, funny shirt. Is it upside down?" Like whatever. Like maybe a joke didn't land. Mercury's retrograde, and you really, it did. Yeah. So, Chariot, even in your challenge area, there's someone here that it feels like it's like the end of the road for someone and on your journey. Okay, like there's gonna be the end of partnership, relationship. And again, I gave you the analogy earlier. It could even be like maybe like your boss leaves or something like that. There's just something that is going to change. There's going to be some sort of adjustment. Now, the other thing is, I don't want there's something here that could have such an impact on you. Like like the wounds go deep, right? And if not you, someone saying something to you, there's something here that could have such an impact on you that you sort of like start to lose a little bit of steam moving forward. All right. It is the Chariot. It's all about willpower. All the bets just go straight toward your dreams, never looking back. Right. So just be mindful of that. There could be like even the smallest thing could have the biggest impact. You have the Three of Cups in your crown. It's all about celebration. It's there's something ending, there's something beginning, there's something on your mind that you want. It's like you have this vision. I'm excited to celebrate this. I'm excited to reunite with people as well. I'm excited to start this new thing. This is really sweet. It's really nice. You have the Six of Cups and the root of your spread as well. That's tapping into your inner child. That's saying that, yeah, I feel really protected. I feel like I can be myself. There is this element of sharing and kindness and gratitude, just like the Six of Pentacles. But do you see what's happening here? Well, look at the Ace of Swords in your future, right? So there's your breakthrough. You've got the Three of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Cups. And then you have the Five of Swords. Multiple people, multiple people, multiple people. Yeah. Same thing here, but he's all alone. He's all alone. All right. This card really is all about self respect, self dignity. I told you it's an Aquarius card. Your seventh house, partnerships, relationships where other people are involved. There could be something that you say, something that you do. Remember, Scorpio energy is really strong. In general, it is Scorpio season with a stellium. So just be mindful, especially with Mercury coming back into Scorpio. I told you that's like sharp tongue. So it's not, it's just, okay. It could also be the way that you're thinking about something that has, a sting to it. Um, so ask yourself, do I need these swords? There may be something this month that happens where we've got to have a conversation. Otherwise, someone's out the door. Someone's like, I got other options. It can be work, it can be career, it can be friendship, whatever resonates with you. Yeah. But there is someone else involved here. But it could have a big impact on you. But you do have that big breakthrough, the Ace of Swords, new beginning, contracts. I mean, you've got it built in your chart, right? And this is victory. This is success. This is uh, new ways of seeing things. This is having a huge mental breakthrough. Coming after that Five of Swords, amazing. So whatever happens here, it feels like all it's going to do is empower you in this amazing way, but you've got to, work with the energy too. All right, let's get to your stuff. Um, Leo, I think you're the first sign I've ate chocolate with. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what is going on. You're gonna, honestly, it's gonna be an amazing month. You're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna have a lot of fun. There's gonna be a lot of changes though, less shakeups, but a lot you're gonna bring on though. You're the one that's gonna shake things up. All right, I love it. All right, Leo. Let's see what we. Yeah, you're fine. Don't even talk to me. Don't even look at me. You're good. You're gonna get the wise owl. You have the Page of Cups. Go for it. Go for it. Go follow your bliss. Do your thing. There's likely a message coming through, but you've got to be able to hear it. If you're pushing people away, all right, Sally at the water cooler. She's about to give you $1 million check. All right. No, I'm joking. Well, she could. Yeah. You got money stuff. Remember the nodes of fate? Yeah. Anyway, follow your bliss. Do your thing. This is huge. You got a big dream. Just go after your dreams. Go after the things that you want. You got the Ten of Cups too. It's happy everything. What did I say about Mars in your fifth house? You see the happy couple here. You see the happy kids, the children. Fifth house is children. It's everything that I said earlier. All right. This is a lot of enlightenment. It's happy everything. This is just this state of happiness, a state of joy, nirvana that they don't even. They're in such a state of happiness, they don't even know what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's how this is. Really amazing. And that's in your external factors area. And I feel like there's this, again, something's, you're just compelled by something, fueled by this. Oh, I just want so much joy and pleasure in any way that, or in every way, to be honest, like career, work, lifestyle, love, romance. You're just going to feel that energy. You have that King of Swords here. I really love that. Just be very mindful because, with the King of Swords, yeah, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of authority. Big decision maker. He calls the shots and he's not afraid to use that sword. He's ready. He's ready to strike. Okay. He is a member of Mensa. He's very smart. He's very strategic. Very Jodie Foster or Anthony Hopkins. You take your pick. Either way, because Scorpio energy, right? Remember I talked about like mind games and etc. Anyway, psychological. That's really great. just be very mindful because you've got the Ace of Swords, King of Swords, but with that Five of Swords in the heart of your spread, yeah, these swords are sharp and they're powerful. All right. So it's learning how to wisely wield that sword. But it does seem like there are some things that you do want to say. King of Wands and your final outcome. All right, Leo, you got your own card. King of Wands is Leo. You see the lions in his throne. Lions have always, they're all about strength. In fact, strength is your card. Card 8 with a lion in it. But amazing because remember, it's another transformation. This is a king that's all about transformation. He's gone through a lot of transformations too. He's got the power to give transformation. You see the salamander at his feet. You even see the Ouroboros in his throne. Like, yeah, you're gonna go through change. It is so obvious. Looking at what's happening for you, looking at your spread. Just be mindful about that. King of Wands is like the CEO too. He's like the entrepreneur. Remember, you have a lot of you have a lot of career stuff. You have a lot of career stuff that's happening. But at the end of the day, the King of Wands is all about passions. He's epitome of fire, right? So that's what wands are. And so there's a lot of passion that the King of Wands holds. He's very regal. He's very charismatic. And he can make people's dreams come true. And he wants to. He's the fun king, too. People like this king. People listen to this king. And so there's just this leveling up. And it just brings you so much joy. But you've got to follow your bliss. You've got to do what even that inner child within you is telling you. Don't hold back. It's just that. Let me clarify that real quick. Yep. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. It feels very temporary. There may be something even with you, kind of like a back and forth in up here, but Three of Pentacles is all about bonding. It's all about working with others to build something stable for your future. And it's exciting. It's, teamwork, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. But I love this because you've got all these cards indicating like, you've got all this support and love and it just so much energy around other people in your life this month. But just don't push people away. Yeah. And again, there's something waiting for you on the other side. And it feels like there's this, that's your breakthrough. Yeah. It is your breakthrough. It's working with others in some capacity to build something that's stable, something toward your future. And you're gonna be great. You're gonna be fine. You're good. You're good. Let's break it down. Leo, let's see what's going on for you the first week. First week, Mars is moving into Sagittarius. You've got the full moon in Taurus. You got Uranus retrograding into Taurus. Venus moving into Scorpio. You have a lot happening, by the way. So and remember, all of that, other than Sagittarius, Mars moving into Sagittarius, it's all fixed energy. It's all fixed signs. You're really going to feel all that. So let's see what's going on for you for the first week of November. Five of Cups. So listen, when I told you that there may be some changes in career in the workspace, there may be some changes in money, finances, your values, even endings, culminations with that full moon. It's really strong. Okay, so keep that in mind. And listen, there's got to be something here with that Five of Cups. Emotional healing. Okay, there's got to be something when here's the thing. When you have all these retrogrades, remember, it's all about going within, but you have to connect. Yeah. You can't just lay there, at the Four Seasons and think about things, listening to, I don't know, DJ Jazzy Jeff, whatever it is. Like, You've got to actually go within. Yeah, you got to take that time, really connect with your intuition. Cups are intuition, by the way. So it's all about accepting losses. That's what it is. Yeah, with the cups, focusing on the gains that they're about to come your way. Look at the two cups behind it, referencing the two cups. Yeah, remember you have a lot of partnership activity, love and partnership. So it does seem like there is going to be something that is going to, there may be something that ends, but it's all about looking forward to your future. And I feel like there may be some words exchanged, okay? Or maybe words that you want to say. So just be very mindful. It is a very strong first week, but you can get through it. All right, fine. I'll clarify it. Clarify that the 5 of Cups. Scorpio card, by the way. What? Come on. And you see that? Here's the thing. One thing about November, with these retrogrades, with Mercury retrograde, with the nodal shifts, oh yeah, Mars is going to bend the nodes too. We'll talk about that. Yeah. Which means there's definitely something fated that's going to happen with relationships and partnerships. And it may be a little like there's gonna be some adjustments. We'll talk about it. Look at that. You got the star. Okay. So what I was gonna say about November is that there's a lot of fated events, but there's a lot that's happening in terms of it's like I said, complex. There's a lot of water energy, but there is a sense of everything that you're going to go through in November, you were meant to go through as part of your retrograde process, as part of your transformation. You've got to go through some big ticket events where you heal and you come out stronger, and then everything starts aligning for you. Yeah, you have the star. This is your hopes, your wishes, your long-term goals and dreams. Healing too. The star comes after the tower. Yep. The star is aligning for you. Wisdom. Remember, it's a month of wisdom, gaining inner wisdom, growth, everything growing in your world. That's freedom right there. Okay? Freedom of expression. And it is an Aquarius card. So remember, Aquarius rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Now, second week, Leo, it does look like, Mercury goes retrograde, Jupiter goes retrograde. You have that grand water trine with the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn. That one's really big for you. Let's see what's going on for the second week. Leo, you're good. Let's see. You're good. Ace of Pentacles, you know what that is. It's a hand of spirit offering you the biggest pentacle in the deck. And so, like I said, money, wealth building, really big thing, especially with this grand water trine with Saturn and Pisces he's building that bridge, right? In your 8th house of long-term investments, and there you go. But also new doors opening for you with that star. Again, there's something fated. There's something here that's meant to happen, but you've got to let that go. You've got to let something go. Something's going to happen. If you hold on to the past, you can't make room for what's coming in the future, right? You got a lot of great things. 2 aces. Let's see what's happening in the third week. So yeah, a lot of you are possibly getting new jobs with Uranus moving back into Taurus in your 10th house. A lot of y'all are going to have a change of heart. Y'all are going to change things up. It's the best thing for you. Third week, Mercury goes back into Scorpio, and then the new moon is Scorpio, the Mercury Gazebo. Mercury and the Sagittarius season. Mercury has the grand water trine. There's just so much happening. Let's see what's going on in the third week, Leo. Oh, there you got the moon. The star, Ace of Pentacles, the moon. Third week, the week of the new moon in Scorpio. The new, by the way, the moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces, which is your eighth house, which is deep, 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 deep transformation. Yeah. So there's got to be some things that you might have to confront around the third week. All right. And it's just, again, really connecting with your emotions and doing that introspection that, these retrogrades are asking of you. And then you're going to be fine. You've got that Venus. Oh, gosh. You got so many. Okay, so you got Venus with a grand water trine. You have Saturn going direct. You have Mercury going direct. And you have that Venus moving into Sagittarius. Leo, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of, November. Leo, stop. Two of Swords. You see what's happening, okay? So there is a little bit of going back and forth here. That's why you have that King of Swords, to have that mental clarity so you can see things clearly. You have that Ace of Swords, big, clear breakthrough that's happening for you. But there is a little bit of there's something the last few weeks you have to confront. But remember, with the retrogrades, with Mercury actually moving back into Scorpio, right? There could be something that you're going back to, like in October, or something, resurfaces. You've got to take off that blindfold. It is a month of facing your truths. That's what Scorpio season is. That's what the stelliums of Scorpio is. But that's also what retrogrades are. Yeah, you're going within. Okay, even Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto digging deep, excavating partnerships, relationships, what you seek in them, how you feel in them, contracts. There's something here where it's highlighting relationships and partnerships. Okay, your long term, but it does look like in the end, like you're just rising above is what's happening here. You have a lot of great things happening. It is a month that I said is a little complex. And there's a lot happening. So this is fine. Just that. All right. And this. But that, the moon with the Two of Swords, you see the moon is in the card of the Two of Swords. Trust your emotions. Connect with your emotions, your intuition. You see her back is turned to both the sea and the moon. So, yeah, you got to go within and connect. You might be, that's the thing. You got Mars and Sagittarius. That may be giving you too much fun. Remember, he's the fun king. He can't even sit still. And it's you, right? You see him leaning out in his throne. And so, yeah, I think that there's still, let's do some focus. Let's go within. Because there is some things in here that's a little reactive. But otherwise, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. It's just don't push people away. Compromise. Leo, you're amazing. Next week, we will look at... We'll go deeper in the aspects, and then tier 3 members, we're going to pull more cards. We're going to look at love, career, health, everything. We're going to look at love. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. We have a lot of fun. Leo, it's been so much fun. What time? Oh, look at my hair. Oh, my gosh. Leo, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.